What's going on, guys? The Denver Broncos are hosting Monday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns, and they're feeling themselves after coming off of a beautiful Snow Bowl type victory against the tough as nails Pittsburgh Steelers on the road. They got a road test now coming into Mile High. I'm going to break down all of my keys to victory for our Denver Broncos getting this dub against Nick Chubb, Jameis Winston, Jerry Jeudy, and the Cleveland Browns. Y'all be sure to let me know your score predictions, keys to the game in the comments. Smash that like and subscribe. Again, guys, thank you so much for 2,000 subs. And also, keep your eyes out for a live stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain with Kodiak Broncos. Links in the description. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's go ahead, get into some of the keys to victory. First off, though, wanted to share the injury report. We got a few players that are declared out for this game. Right here from the Broncos side, Riley Moss is out, with that knee injury. I imagine we won't see him until after the bye week, right? Which is after this game. So hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. Levi Wallace, Damari Mathis, these guys are going to have to play good coverage, filling in for him. And we kind of catch a break here because although Jerry Jeudy is there, he's going to come in and play fired up, especially with his comments this week. But Cedric Tillman, their other starting wide receiver, is out. So they got a few other guys like James Prochet that are going to be looking to make an impact on this game. Of course, David Njoku is probably going to be featured quite a bit. It's going to be important for our safeties to shut him down. But I digress. Nonetheless, Sam Kamara, defensive end, out. We have Juan Thornhill, safety, out, and Jedrick Willis, offensive lineman, knee out. And then Miles Harden, one of their cornerbacks, will not be activated from IR. So they're a little banged up. Of course, Deshaun Watson is out and Jameis Winston is in. That probably is a little bit of an upgrade. But if you take a look at some of the statistics here from the Cleveland Browns, famous Jameis, he's kind of been a little up and down as he has been throughout his career. He actually has a slightly smaller or a lower completion percentage than Deshaun Watson at 62% compared to 63% for Deshaun Watson. But, he's a great leader. I think the Browns play better with him under center. And again, I mean, that game against the Steelers, I mean, that was really a coming out party. Jerry Jeudy is finding life with the Browns and Jameis Winston. Jerry Jeudy, David Njoku, these are their most two featured receivers. Both of them have a pair of touchdowns on the year. It's going to be very key to see this matchup between Jerry Jeudy, Pat Surtain. We need Pat Surtain to play one of the best games he's played all season, as well as PJ Locke and our safeties to be locking up David Njoku for sure. Oh, that's right. Elijah Moore is somebody that's going to be testing Levi Wallace, Jaquan McMillan, all of those guys. And Jordan Ankins mostly has played for the Houston Texans, but now is being featured with the Browns. This is an offense that is not truly scary, but they have some parts and pieces on the offense that definitely need, I think, special attention. Number one being Jerry Jeudy. He's had a good year for the Cleveland Browns since Jameis Winston has kind of come into the fold. Nick Chubb seems to be finding his legs a little bit. Him and Jerome Ford, Dante Foreman, Pierre Strong. I mean, this is a talented group of running backs here, but you saw against Pittsburgh, he had some really important runs for the Browns. Of course, it doesn't really show up on the stat sheet, 20 carries for 59 yards, but the fact that he's getting 20 carries is something to take note of coming off of that just crazy ACL plus injury. And so I think it's going to be important for us to shut down this running game and truly make Cleveland one-dimensional. If we can get a lead early, that would be really nice. Now, let's go ahead and get to the offense with Cleveland, right? Again, not a super high potent offense. They're averaging less than 300 yards a game on offense, only 88 rushing yards a game, and essentially 17 points a game. What's great to see is that Denver's offense under Bo Nix, Sean Payton, we're starting to get it together, still averaging over 110 yards rushing with now averaging over 200 yards passing for Bo Nix, and I think he's getting better every week. We now see Denver kind of slightly below average, averaging, oh, my bad. Maybe they're truly right now around average. Yeah, middle of the pack with 22 points per game. So that is something that we're going to look to expand on and grow against this Cleveland Browns defense that is slightly below average. I mean, they're averaging 345 yards total defense, giving up 130 on the ground and about 215 total yards through the air collectively. Let's see kind of where they sit at. They sit at around, yeah, slightly below average, giving up 24.3 uh, points per game. And so that's really going to be key for the Broncos is can we reach that 24-point mark? I do think that should be enough to win this game at home against the Browns. Again, they're not a super potent offense, and so it's going to be important for us to make them one dimensional, right? So, in terms of my predictions, players of the game, keys to the game, all of that, kind of broken down for you the big time matchups that we need to pay attention to. So again, first key to the game, shutting down Jerry Jeudy. I think we're going to have a really solid game from Pat Surtain, and that also goes with shutting down David Njoku. This is a guy that could absolutely thrash us. We did a great job with multiple guys covering Brock Bowers last week, and so I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we see Pat Surtain on David Njoku in some of these different matchups or scenarios. And so it's going to be important for Damari Mathis, for Levi Wallace to step up in addition to Jaquan McMillan and play great coverage on these Cleveland Brown wide receivers. Now, I will say from an offensive perspective, it's imperative that we have a running game going for Bo Nix. Absolutely. Whether it's Javonte Williams, Audric Estime, Jaleel McLaughlin, I think he should be a full go based on the injury report. He wasn't even on the injury report this week, so that's really great. Brandon Jones, I think you'll see all these guys play. So it's going to be important for us to get a running game going. And I just want Sean Payton to go with the hot hand. That's another really big key to the game. Let's not be giving Javonte Williams drive after drive after drive if he just looks slow. Now, I think we'll know pretty early on if we got good Javonte or bad Javonte. So let's adjust accordingly. Okay. And lastly, let's continue to see the chemistry with Devon Vele continue to rise with him and Bo Nix. Let's continue to feature him if they aren't going to pay special attention to him. So, yeah, those are kind of my keys to the game right now. And again, shout out to Will Lutz winning Special Teams Player of the Week. That is wonderful. And I think this could be a game in which we need him to hit some important field goals for us as well. So give me Broncos 24, give me Cleveland Browns 13. Y'all let me know your predictions in the comments. And again, I will be back tomorrow talking with Kodiak Broncos, previewing this matchup and just talking about the season in general. So no football, Broncos football to watch tomorrow. So tune in as you're checking out some of the games tomorrow. So guys, thank you so much. Go Broncos.